Wow. Wow. To say the Balogun red card, I won't even say it wasn't lifted. Okay, a lot of people I don't think realize that the red card was not rescinded, which I think it should be. I think it was a terrible decision. I think oh, and we also know VAR was used incorrectly. VAR is not allowed according to the rules. It's very clear, cannot be used in that way. You know, the still, the slow-mo and all of that, because as we've all seen many times, whether it is soccer or in other sports, but soccer, I think penalties in the penalty box are a great example. Something that's maybe not even a foul. Basketball's another sport like that. Football maybe for late hits, but something that's not even actually a foul can look egregious when you super slow mo it. I think we all know that. But so that right there. So there are many things you could look at with this to say, yeah, that was a terrible red card. And I don't believe a foul was even called initially, right? Am I losing my mind with everything going on around this? I don't think a foul was called initially. So how you even review for a red card when you didn't call a foul, that's a whole nother thing. But that's a whole nother topic we could get into another day. But as you can imagine, people have lost their minds. Now, what is so sad about this is these a lot of supposed knowledgeable people to me are completely losing all credibility in terms of would I ever listen to them ever again for their soccer analysis. No, for a lot of them, no, because they're either deeply, deeply, deeply ignorant and don't have the knowledge base to be talking about the sport, or they are simply lying and letting their anti-American emotionalism get to them, or their anti-Trump emotionalism get to them, and using this as an opportunity to make it a political thing to attack our president, or just simply to attack our country, as we know. While a lot of the people are learning as they've come over for the World Cup. Americans are pretty cool, but we all know that their media and their governments give them a 24/7 onslaught of how awful America is. And so that is, of course, what we're getting with this whole situation. And yet, this was done within the rules. FIFA is allowed to do what they did. Again, the red card was not rescinded, the punishment was suspended. It was pushed off to the future. And it has been done before. There is precedent for this. In fact, there is precedent for this in this World Cup. I mean, I think the greatest name, the most obvious one is Cristiano Ronaldo, who got a red card, a very bad red card, violent conduct, actually was suspended for 3 games. And that was in, I think, the next to last game of qualifying. He served 1 game, the next game in qualifying, which like didn't matter. It was the qualifying clincher, and Portugal won like 9-1. But that meant that he should have sat the first 2 games of the World Cup, right? So Portugal should not have had Ronaldo for the first 2 games of the group stage. And yet they did, because his punishment was suspended. Same exact thing. And some people say, oh, well, that wasn't the World Cup. Well, yes, it was. The rules are the same. And the punishment was to happen in the World Cup, and it did not. Ronaldo should not have played the first 2 games of the World Cup. According to all the people out there who are losing their minds and attacking America and attacking FIFA as corrupt, there's your precedent. It is within the rules, and that's why I say it's the emotionalism that's getting to them. Hey, look, I have anyone who knows me knows I have no love for FIFA, and I do think that FIFA is a corrupt organization. But that being said, what they did here was well within the rules, and it's been done previously. You had what is it? Otamendi for Argentina. He was supposed to get a 1 match ban. but they did not carry that over. Casido for Ecuador, one match ban, not carried over. Salman for Qatar, two-match ban. I believe it was also like Ronaldo's. Let me just double check. Yeah, it was moved away from the tournament. Now I don't know why they didn't say suspended like Ronaldo's or Balogun's, but same thing. But unfortunately, you have so I'm seeing everywhere, and from big names. I mean, I'm seeing on ESP, it's being done on ESPN. You've got, of course, all the English who hate us anyway. You had the BBC doing a story, and they posted that on X, and they've got like almost a million followers, and on and on and on, absolutely losing their minds over something that is within the rules and also has precedent as well. I mean, I could go on and on all day and going after big media that are ridiculous with this story, but I just want to read you a few things that I've seen about it that are just, I guess, lesser. Like we got to take it and laugh. This is a English dude because of course England. Hey, 250 years celebrate. The most telling thing about this is how the Americans don't see it. If you ever needed proof that they are inappropriate owners, investors, lenders to football, this is it. They genuinely don't see why we are angry. Reflect hard on that, folks. We are being shown the mismatch. I don't even know what that means, but I do worry about the lack of men around the world. And English buddy, I think there are some things going on in your country far worse than anything that has happened here. I do know you've ruined an entire generation of innocent British girls. You might want to look to that. I'm just saying. FIFA just destroyed the integrity of the sport we all love. One of the most saddest days for football. We all support Belgium now. So again, FIFA did something within the rules of the sport, something they have done before, something they have done multiple times for this very World Cup. But it is one of the saddest days in football, and FIFA has destroyed the integrity of the sport. Any USA fans bragging about this are complicit in US state interference in the beautiful game. A disgracefully dark day for football. See, again, this is obviously clearly anti-Americanism and maybe even more specifically anti-Trumpism. We'll never know, but it'd be. I think we'd still get a lot of this if Biden was president. They would just make it more about America, most likely, than the president specifically. Again, within the rules, been done before, been done for this World Cup. And look, again, there are probably thousands of this. One more. They've destroyed the legitimacy of their tournament for Balogun. What a moronic country. Yeah, I gotta say, anyone else in the world calling America a moronic country tells me everything I need to know. I'm gonna leave it at that because well, I won't even go there. But anyway, so yeah, they've lost their minds, obviously. But man, I hope to beat Belgium now for Balogun to get a goal. Oh, the taste, the taste would be so sweet. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Truly do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.